breast cancer, you know that. Caffeine is. So, hopefully you want to do things right. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Yes, sir. Adult or child? Really doesn't matter. Just mix up the milk. Soy milk, almond milk, rice milk. Use a variety. You'll be all right. Just don't.
One better than the other.
That's a trick question. You ask me, is orange better than apple? I say mix up the milks. Rice milk, almond milk, soy milk, variety. Don't say that soy is the king. It is not. Soy? Soy is a fruit. And there's... Okay, let's go back. Plants have a fruiting section that they use to reproduce, and any part of the plant that's used to reproduce, the fruiting section is classified as a fruit, technically. A flower is a fruit. That's the part of the plant that the plant used to reproduce. So the flower is in a fruit family. Therefore, broccoli is a fruit, cauliflower is a fruit. Seeds that give rise to a plant, if you put that seed in the ground, then it's a fruit. Therefore, all beans are fruits, because that's the fruiting part of the plant. What we're getting into is the tax that the Europeans tried to avoid, the fruit tax in this country, so they classified some fruits as vegetables so they wouldn't have to pay the fruit tax. And they got you all whacked around. Oats are seeds. Oatmeal is a fruit. Oatmeal is a fruit. It's just a flat seed. But oatmeal is a fruit. Corn is a fruit. Okra is a fruit. Tomato is a fruit. String beans are fruit. It's the fruiting part of the plant, the part that the plant used to reproduce with. But we're into the whole orientation, fruits have to be sweet. No, not all fruits are sweet. Bananas are fruit. The seeds are very soft, but they're inside that banana. So we're talking about being clear on the definition of what we're talking about, because if you don't ask the right question, you can't get the right answer. So I'll just reorganize your question. So, yes, bean is a fruit, and peanuts are a bean. They are not a nut. See how crazy white people are? Yeah? Not white people. See how people have been misguided. A peanut is a bean. And everything that was done to the peanut, white folk picked it up and did it to the soybean. And all that stuff that you get, soy products, comes from a man called George Washington, who makes nothing off of it. He's the one who texturized the peanut, which you call texturized vegetable protein. That's George Washington stuff. George Washington Carver. Thank you. He was a hybridizer, known for hybridization, not for his work with the peanut. He was a great hybridizer of plants, master of it. Yes?
Woodroot tonic for the immune system, taking it for long term, would you advise something like that?
It's just another plant to me. I don't see any problem there. I would probably make the woodroot conducive to whatever my needs were. If I was having some prostate problems, I would get woodroot tonic, but I also get soy palmetto extract and dump in the woodroot tonic. Now the woodroot tonic is good for what I need it to do. But just taking a shotgun formula, which is a woodroot tonic formula, you got to make it specific. If you're having problems with your prostate, get an extract, put it in the woodroot tonic. Having problems with your uterus, get red raspberry leaf extract, dump it in the woodroot tonic. You follow me? Having problems with your hair, get some nettle extract, dump it in the woodroot tonic. Make the tonic conducive for what you need it for. Yes, sir.
Do you have any advice in regards to lupus patients?
Lupus is nerve damage. Lupus is nerve damage. And other diseases which are caused by nerve damage are Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. Remember we went over there earlier, lupus, senility, blindness, nerve damage diseases. So we're looking for something that will heal the nerves. And we usually use a supplement called lipoic acid.
Lipoic?
Yeah, Lipoic, lipoic acid. It's used for nerve damage of all types. So you're looking at least 300 milligrams a day for nerve damage. A herb that would be good for nerve damage would be feverfew with eye bright. Strengthens the nerves. But lupus is high amongst black women. Yeah, so you need the lipoic acid, and you need something to help repair tissue, which we mentioned earlier with the glucosamine and chondroitin, which is used for tissue repair, torn ligaments and sprains. So the person would need glucosamine and chondroitin and lipoic acid and the herbs feverfew and eye bright. All of that, and they have to come off of things that damage the nerve, which would be aspartame, artificial sweeteners, white sugar, and salt. All of those damage the nerves. And this person, you say, is the mother?
My mother.
Oh yes. Well, in any case, let's just say that condoms damage the nerves because of the talc and gel in it damages the nerves. Latex condoms. The condoms should be bought from the health food store. They're not edible, of course. They're just in the health food store. But I don't want to get into the mother's personal life.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you would say that you're a son.
No. But I mean, like, anything for like the blotches that comes along, like the skin blotches that come with.
She has lightening of the skin.
In some blotches.
Yeah, she needs a supplement called vitiligo, which is made for light white spots on the skin. It's called vitiligo. I have some here, just one bottle. They get rid of those white spots that gets on the skin. That is also from nerve damage, because the melanin is being pulled away from the skin because it's needed elsewhere. Melanin helps repair, helps build tissue. That's why ladies get a black line on their stomach when they're pregnant. That's melanin. They're generating life, so they get a generative line, the black dot. We call it melanin crystal. It's a story about it called the dark crystal. Yeah. Yes, sir.
I work a lot with young people. Sometimes it's young people, 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. And also I'm a counselor in a homeless shelter, so I work with young people between about 18 and 24 also. And I think that, one of the things we need to talk about, I think most of the people here, most of the adults in here, is how do we approach our children, our grandchildren, young people we work with in terms of this whole health problem. I mean, earlier you mentioned about sisters wearing real tight pants and stuff is not good for flow with the vagina. And I guess we could also talk about, before you mentioned about running on sand and on dirt instead of running on concrete, I guess we'd also talk about, the boys with these big sneakers, big boots on all year round, their feet don't get any oxygen in the air. I'm just trying to figure out a way that, we could talk a little bit about how we as adults could approach young people in terms of these problems that is affecting their health and their future, and our future.
Well, that's sort of a thing. I have how to talk to and control teenagers, tells you how to talk to them, how to manipulate them better. We have what we call today chemical children. They're not children of the same kind of behavior of the 1950s, but the book that people use to understand their children is basically Dr. Spock's book, which is the founding book on how to deal with children's behavior, which was written primarily by his wife, and both of them were in a Sigmund Freud study group for 15 years before they wrote the book. So there's a whole lot of symbolism of Freud in there, sick man Freud, and a whole lot of little hidden masturbation symbolism in that book. But nonetheless, when you're talking to children, especially chemically damaged children, you have to ascertain whether they're damaged or not. Usually a damaged child's nervous system cannot hold as much stress as yours can. And you stress their system when you look them in the eye too long. That requires a lot of stimulation of their nerves, which their nerves cannot handle. So usually they do what we call eye aversion. They look away after you talk to them so long, and then you get upset and say, look me in the eyes when I'm talking to you. It's just that their nerves are so damaged they cannot be stimulated that long.